Hello everyone, good morning, welcome to the explanation. So in this video I'll be continuing the playlist of data structure. That is, in last video we discussed about the types of data, datas, and then we also discussed about abstract data type. Okay, so all those were very important. So next, today we will be discussing 1.4, topic number 1.4, that is algorithm. Okay, so I'll be discussing in detail about the introduction to algorithm, and in data structure we also have to study growth function for algorithm, that is asymptotic notation. So that will be covering in another next chapters. Okay, so that there is a chapter for that topic, so I'll not cover that in this. So I'll be covering algorithm, then attributes for algorithm, types and all. Okay, so this is also very important for your exams. And question up to 4 marks can be asked from this topic, or MCQ question can be asked. Okay, so let me start. So first of all, what is algorithm? Okay, so I hope you have studied this in C programming also. So algorithm is nothing but it is step by step, okay, step by step instruction in order to solve a problem. Okay, so you have already studied. So algorithm is nothing but step-by-step instruction in order to solve a problem. So in order to write any program, first of all we have to write the algorithm for that it is a sequence or steps that we follow in order to execute a program or in order to solve a bigger problem. Okay, in real life also we follow a sequence of steps in order to solve any complex life problem. Okay, so now some of the criterias, we can say criterias that an algorithm should satisfy. So what are some of the criterias that an algorithm should satisfy? So they are, first one is input. Okay, so every algorithm, okay, every algorithm there should be a input. Next, output. So at least one output is produced. So at least output produced, we can say, or at least one output it should be produced. Next is definiteness, that is definite, we can say, or definiteness, we can say. So algorithm should be always clear. Okay, it should be definite. Next is finiteness or finite. So it should be, it should be finite number of steps should be there. Finite number of steps. Like an algorithm cannot be infinite, infinity, like it's not ending only. Next is effectiveness. Okay, so it should be feasible, we can say. Fine, so it should be effective or feasible. It can be carried out, like a person should be able to write a algorithm, it should be feasible. So these are some of the criteria that should be satisfied by an algorithm. So next we can also talk about some properties, we can say, or some attributes, we can say. Okay, some desirable attributes, we can say. So there are some attributes for algorithm, we can say. Okay, so there are some attributes for algorithm. So it should be, an algorithm should be general. Okay, so it should be able to solve a class of problem, we can say. For example, a related problem. Okay, for example, if you are writing an algorithm to solve sum of 2 numbers, so it should also be able to solve sum of 3 numbers. Like it should able to solve a class of problem. It should not be written just to solve a single problem, we can say. Okay, so next one is good structure. Okay, so we should be able to explain it. It should be easy to understand. It should be structured, we can say. It should be easy to understand. For example, we should be able to explain it, understand it, modify it whenever needed. Next is ease of use. Okay, it should be, we should be able to use it easily, we can say. Okay, it should be convenience and easy, with which the user can easy to use, we can say. Okay, it should be easy for the user to, it should not be complex. Okay, next one is efficient. So efficient I already explained. Okay, efficient. So the attributes that we are using, that should be, that should fulfill the objective of any algorithm, we can say. Okay, so some of the algorithm we have, like writing about some of the name of the algorithm, we can have incremental approach, we can say. Okay, so divide and conquer. Dynamic programming. So these are some of the approaches, we can say. Fine. So this is the introduction part for algorithm. So next, if you are going in some detail, we can also go for analysis of algorithm. Okay, analysis of algorithm, this is very important. So growth functions we'll be studying later, but analysis we can discuss now. So if we are going for analysis, this is very important. Okay, this topic is very important, analysis of algorithm. So one question can be asked from this topic, and also like MCQ questions can be asked from this. Okay, so types of analysis, if you are discussing types of analysis. Okay, so what is analysis? First of all, let's discuss this. What is analysis? So analysis, it measures the efficiency of algorithm. We can say efficiency of algorithm. Okay, analysis measure the efficiency of algorithm. So types of analysis, we have number one, we have worst case analysis. Fine, worst case analysis. So what is this worst case analysis? Let us discuss in detail. You can search for infinite number of times, but the occurrence of this data is not possible. Fine, so this is the worst case analysis scenario. And talking about the average case, we can say that randomly, randomly the data is present there, but randomly somewhere, we don't know. So we have to search for each cases. So it can be found in middle also, or it can be found in second number, it can be found in last number. Talking about the best case analysis, so in best case what happens is the data that you are going to search in this, so it can be found in the first number only, so here only, so no need to search for the other options. Okay, so it is already in the data, and that too in the first position. Or suppose if you want to sort this data in ascending order, so best case will be already the data is in sorted form. Okay, so time that we need is very less in order to solve this problem. So that is the best case analysis. Okay, I hope you understand this example. Now let me write the definition. So we can write that worst case running time of an algorithm is the upper bound on the running time for any input, we can say. Okay, so upper bound means whatever data we are searching, that is not present, we can say, it doesn't occur in the group of data. Okay, so next let's discuss about the average case. Okay, so B number we have average case analysis. Okay, so here we can see that when the input is randomly drawn from given distribution. Okay, so this is the definition, and we know that there is a presence of data, but we don't know where it is present. Okay, so that is the average case. And if we talk about the best case running time we can say, or analysis, because in this analysis means running time. Okay, running time means how much time it takes to solve a problem. Fine. So if it takes minimal time, so it is best. If it takes average number of time, it is average, and if it take infinite number of time, so it is worst case. Okay, so here in this case the input is already in order. In order means whatever order we want. If you want to search, it is in first position. If you want to sort, it is already sorted. Okay, so this is the case of best case scenario, and this rarely occurs. Okay, fine. So there are also two terms that we need to discuss in algorithm portion. So this can be asked in MCQ or in Viva question. So what is space complexity? Okay, so space complexity means what? The amount of memory. Space means amount of memory. Okay, amount of memory it needs any program. Okay, it needs means it means any program. It needs to completion. Okay, so if you are writing algorithm for any program to solve, so how much memory it is needed, so that is called space complexity. Okay, so space complexity can be for instruction space, the instruction that we are using, that space also comes under space complexity. Also the data space. Fine. Next is time complexity. Okay, so what is time complexity? So it is the amount of time it needs to complete. So again it means your program. Fine. So amount of time. So this one we discussed in terms of best case, worst case, and average case scenario. Fine. So these are some of the topics that we need to cover in introduction to algorithm portion. So next one portion is left here, that is asymptotic analysis. Okay, asymptotic analysis. So this single S is there, asymptotic analysis. So this is one of the very important topic in terms of your Viva, in practicality of data structure, in theory, everything is very important. So there is a separate chapter for this topic, so that's why I'm not covering it inside this topic, because we'll be covering a separate chapter. We'll making a separate video for this. Okay, so till that, stay safe, and next I think we'll start with chapter 2, that is stack. Okay, so we'll cover everything, program, implementation, theory.